Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I want to let you guys know that I'm so excited about today's video. I love DIYs, as you guys know, but this one turned out amazing. These ones, I should say. I am not just saying that. I think these are my favorite DIYs I've done this year. That's saying a lot since, we're basically at the end of June, almost July. Anyway, and I just want to let you know that we have a giveaway going on. Make sure to check out my Instagram for all the specifics and details. Thank you so much for the 2,000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed already, you better join the fam. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and show me some love by giving me that thumbs up. And you guys, it helps me so much if you share my channel. So make sure you share it with anybody that you think might like it. All right, guys, let's get into the fun stuff. Thanks so much for tuning in. Okay guys, so this first DIY is super duper easy and so cute. Anybody can do it. I bought this canvas at Dollar Tree. It's a little 4x6, and then Dollar Tree also carries these little flags, but I already had this one. So what we're gonna do is a backwards or reverse canvas is what they call it. Now mine is just a little tad bit different because I don't worry about removing staples or anything like that, and I don't worry about saving the canvas part because I'm not gonna use it. This goes by really fast. It's a super quick and absolutely beautiful DIY. This is so Farmhouse, so beautiful, and I just love it so much, and I hope you guys do too. Okay guys, so now that we have our canvas basically pulled away, we're going to go to the front side of the canvas where the staples aren't, and we're basically going to go ahead and take our Waverly Wax and Antique. You guys know how obsessed I've been with this product, and we're basically going to go ahead and stain this. It's just absolutely beautiful, and it's just going to look like a little wood frame. Okay guys, now that we are done staining our little frame as customary on my channel, we're going to go ahead and set that aside and let it dry. Now we're going to move on to the next project, and I'm going to show you the different things that I used. And of course, if I haven't said so already, all of the products I'm using today are from Dollar Tree. So I found this little cutting board at Dollar Tree, and of course their version of Jenga. And we're going to be using that for today's DIY. In addition to that, they have the Dollar Tree letters, which every single time I use them, I just kind of put them all in the same little stack. So that's why there's more than what you would normally see at the Dollar Tree. And you're going to decide what you're going to write. In my case, because it's a small little board, I'm going to write USA. Because of course, these are all patriotic and 4th of July themed DIYs. But if you don't want to do the letters, you can always do their poster board stickers. So, that's another alternative. Just get creative, you guys. You can do so much with your imagination. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and use our Waverly white chalk paint. And then we're also going to use the different acrylic paints. Now, because we're doing red, white, and blue, I had two different versions of red. Of course, you decide what color goes with your stuff, whether you want to go with like a deeper burgundy type red or like a true red. I also have white and acrylic paint, and then I have a navy, and I also have a lighter blue. So again, just kind of decide what you want to paint and what colors you want to go with. I personally am going with the darker stuff, just because it goes better with what I'm doing for today, and I cannot wait for you guys to see this. So let's go ahead and get right into it, because you guys, there are so many projects that we're working on. It's just gonna turn out so stinking cute. I'm so excited, if you can't tell. Okay, so this is the Dollar Tree X-Acto knife, and it's okay for projects like this. My real X-Acto knife is definitely much easier to use, but you know, if you wanted to use it, I like buying little tools at Dollar Tree, because honestly, you guys, if I mess them up in any way, shape, or form, or lose them, it's not gonna hurt me that I paid only $1. So you have to be smart with your resources. I cannot talk today, you guys. Anyway, so let's get right into it. Okay, so I decided that I wanted to do my little cutting board white, but of course you guys go with whatever way you want to. You can make this red, you can make this blue. I mean, honestly, the options are unlimited. Go whichever route you want. So I didn't bother to put too much paint on it because I like that distressed look, but you guys have to do it however you want. And see, I'm just kind of taking away a little bit of the paint, making it so that you can see the other or the actual board. But that's pretty much what I'm doing, and as customary on my channel, yet again, we're going to get all of our painting stuff done, and then we're going to assemble all of our DIYs. And you guys, it's worth it, so stay tuned. So if you're going to use the Jenga pieces and the cutting board like I did, you will need a total of 14 Jenga pieces, and you're going to, go ahead and paint them whichever color you want. I decided to go with blue on my Jenga pieces, and it's that navy, beautiful, rich blue. But again, I didn't bother to do it too thick. I like the wood showing. Again, you guys remember this is Farmhouse, so it's gonna look a little distressed, which I'm all about. So that's 100% up to you. I also went ahead and took off the clip of me painting the back of it. This is not necessary if you don't want to, but I did paint the back of my actual cutting board. So let me go ahead and fast forward through this. We're going to also paint our letters, and then we'll move on. Okay, and again, with these, we're going to go ahead and set them to the side, let them dry, and then we're going to move on to painting our very last project. As always, you guys, get all your painting out of the way and then move on to the fun stuff. Okay, so for this last project, you're going to need a pack of your 60 count craft sticks or popsicle sticks. And we are going to use every single one of these, you guys. So make sure you have a lot of patience because this is so worth it. Trust me, it turned out so amazing. I'm going to make more for different things because I love it so much. Over here, I'm just counting them to put them in sections, and you guys will see what I mean here in a moment. Just trust me, you guys. I will explain it all. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and grab your little bundles. Each bundle is 10 sticks, but as mentioned before, you are going to need all 66 sticks. So, bear with me. Don't worry. I'm not going to sit here and show you me painting every single one of them. I don't want you guys falling asleep on me, but basically I'm going to go ahead and do basically 2 stacks of these in white, and then 1 stack in blue and 1 stack in red. So then we can go ahead and put it together so you guys can see how amazing this is. This project turned out so beautiful. This is my favorite, hands down, and I plan on doing so many more of these just because I am just beside myself with how beautiful and just amazing it turned out. So I hope you guys love it. You'll have to let me know at the end which one is your favorite DIY. Now we're going to go ahead and let all of our stuff dry. We're going to set it to the side, and then we're going to start on our very first project officially. Okay, now we're going to bring back our little canvas and our little flag, and literally all I'm doing, you guys, is just taking it apart from that dowel that it was on, and we're going to glue it so that it looks like the flag is in a frame. Isn't that super cute? So I'm going to go ahead and just use my glue gun, and I'm going to start gluing it. That's why I did not worry about the staples being taken off, simply because you're not even going to be able to see it. So then we're just going to glue it around. And then we're going to take our cutting mat and go in and just make sure to trim off the edges on anything. Just make sure you glue it nice and straight. But it turns out so cute. And just like that, our super cute little project is done. And is this not the cutest ever? I absolutely love it. I am displaying it, I'm enjoying it, and I will use it for years to come. So you guys, just a little bit of money and a little imagination, and you get gorgeous art. Okay, now that everything is dry, we're going to go ahead and use this Gorilla Wood glue for our little Jenga pieces. And we're basically going to be creating a border on our little cutting board with these Jenga pieces. So try your best to, make them as straight as possible. But again, this is a DIY project, you guys, so it doesn't have to be perfect. You guys have to just take pride in what you're doing. So you're going to go ahead and do basically 4 of these Jenga pieces horizontal, and then you're going to do 3 Jenga pieces vertical, and that is how it's going to go until we apply them to our actual little cutting board. And you see how easy that was to apply? We just want to go ahead and make sure to give it enough time to dry because it's still wet, so it will still move. And now we're going to go ahead and add our USA and do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and just glue it down. If you thought we were done, boy, you were wrong. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and distress this because that is what your girl likes. And again, this is a very much personal preference. You guys choose how much or if any distressing is something you want to add to your projects. I love the old Liberty type look. I love the distress, you guys. That is just my personal preference. But if you choose to recreate this, by all means, do whatever makes your heart happy. But I just thought it looks so much better distressed in my personal opinion, and that's why I did that. And in addition to that, we're going to add just a little more pizzazz. I absolutely love twine and I love adding it to a lot of my projects, but I also wanted to add a little bit of just flower. I just wanted to add it and give it just a little something. Now you guys are going to see what I do with this. So it isn't quite the color red that I wanted, but I loved the flowers, and so we're gonna distress the flowers too. Yes, you heard me right. You may think I'm crazy, but boy, oh boy, did it turn out beautiful. Not only did we add the wax, now we're going in with the deeper red that we used on the USA letters, and we're literally painting this. When it all dries, it's nice and stiff and beautiful. And you guys, oh my goodness, I tell you what, had I known I could have painted flowers a long time ago, or had at least tried, I would have done this even more often, just because there's a certain look I was going for and they weren't cutting it for me until this happened, and boy oh boy is it beautiful. I am making 3 twine ribbons because one is just not going to be thick enough to show up. So that's why it's 3, and I'm just going to glue them one on top of the other, but you guys will be able to see exactly what I mean by that, and I'm going to show you how we're going to put it all together. Now that we've got everything painted, I didn't necessarily let it all dry at once, but that's okay because I was very careful, and when it dried it was just breathtaking. Okay, and now we're ready to go ahead and apply our little flowers, and just be careful, you guys, if you're impatient like me, and don't let it dry as much as you should. They, you know, that's why I took the excess paint and wax on the paper towel. But all in all, like I said, this project is so stinking cute, and I'm so unbelievably happy with it. And like I said, all of my little projects being displayed in my home are just so gorgeous. And of course I'm adding greenery, because what flowers don't have greenery? I mean, come on, we got to make it look real, right? Okay guys, so we have made it to my favorite project, but also the most time consuming and the most difficult. So I'm going to go ahead and explain it and then have you watch me. So hopefully you guys understand what I'm doing. But basically we are creating our very own shutter. You heard me right. Our shutters are going to be made out of popsicle sticks, but it's going to be unbelievably gorgeous. And all we're doing, as you can see here, is we're stacking them one on top of the other. Do you see that? So I'm just putting hot glue on the edges, just like you see here, and there is 10 per color. And you know, we're going to alternate the red, the white, because you know that's how the flag is. So that's how I'm going to choose to do it. But if you guys have any questions, please let me know down in the comments, because I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but I know it can be a bit confusing. Now, the direction that you have your little popsicle sticks go in is completely up to you. I mean, the idea is for us to make it look like shutters. Okay, so for me, this was definitely the hardest part. I drew my own stars, and you get to decide what type of product you want to use. So take your time, or if you have stencil, that would be great. I did not, so I had to freehand it, y'all. Okay, so even though my stars are not perfect, it's honestly not going to matter when it's all said and done because this turned out so stinking cute. And as I said, it's my favorite project. You're going to go ahead and do the border. So the popsicle sticks are going to go on each side and on the very top. And then I'm going to show you how we're going to connect these to the bottom. But basically, you guys just take your time, try to make this project as straight as possible because that's going to make it look absolutely fabulous. But see, you're just basically creating a little square. That's our little border. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to basically, excuse me, push the popsicle stick a little bit higher on the second little section because we're going to glue it to the bottom of the top portion. I'll show you here what I mean. Alright guys, so now we are going to go ahead and reinforce our popsicle sticks. Like I said, these shutters, you guys, are going to be so sturdy and they are going nowhere. So if they happen to fall for any reason, it's going to be nice and hard and it's just going to be so sturdy and it's not even going to matter. And don't worry about the mess in the back because we have a fix for that when it's all said and done. Just keep watching. But basically, this is why I told you guys that you would need all 60 popsicle sticks because we are going to use them to reinforce this even when we attach them together. And you're going to see how I do all of that in just a bit. Now it is time to go ahead and attach them so that you can now see how beautiful this is going to look. And of course, we're going to reinforce this as well. But as you can see, we are basically interlocking them. So we left it a little bit higher on the top on purpose, and we're adding glue everywhere so that we can go ahead and keep it together. And then we're going to add a white piece in the front, and we're going to add a popsicle stick in the back. And we are just going to make sure that, like I said, this is going to stay nice and sturdy. Okay, so now what we're going to go ahead and do is go ahead and distress it. Are you guys totally shocked right now? Or did you guys see this coming? because everything has to look distressed for me. That's just how I roll. And as mentioned before, this is a personal preference. This is not anything you guys have to do by any means. And if you notice, between the stars and then the red and the white, there are two popsicle sticks. And I went ahead and put ribbon on my shutters because I didn't like the fact that it was technically kind of, how shall I put it, you know, not matching. But that's the only way that I could get it. And if you see here, what I'm doing is this is not actually, or technically, a distressing. I'm going ahead and staining the back so that we can hide all the ugly paint and then cover this up. Now I had gone in and made another layer of reinforcement. So this is actually pretty thick, but you guys decide what works for you. I think this turned out absolutely beautiful and I'm so happy with it. I also want to point out that on the other side it looks a little bit crooked, but it's only because of the way that the reinforcement sticks are laid. But if you notice in the front, it looks straight because it is. Anyway, just finish this up and then we will move on. All right, and now we're going to go ahead and take this beautiful chevron ribbon from Dollar Tree and we're going to make a very simple bow. Like I said, we're going to cover up that double white right there, and I love how I added that like old markings. I think it just added so much. I just love it. Anyway, so I made my little fishtails. And we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of blue ribbon as well. This one is not wired, so you know it's just going to be a very simple little addition right here to our other ribbon. Isn't that a genius way to fake a perfect bow? Well, you guys, I've showed you in plenty of my other DIYs, so I hope you guys know how to do this since you have seen it in the past. And there is my gorgeous shutter, you guys. I couldn't be happier and more in love with it if, you know, anything. I mean, it's just perfection in every way, shape, and form. Okay, so I'm totally being biased, but is this not the cutest thing ever, you guys? Oh my goodness, I'm obsessed. And I'm telling you, I'm going to make more of these shutters for different holidays or just because. I'm such a dork. Anyway, I really truly hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. I take so much pride and so much joy in creating these DIYs for you guys. It would mean the absolute world to me if you would take the time to go ahead and share my content with your friends and family and whomever you think might enjoy them. I absolutely love the way everything turned out, and I couldn't be happier and prouder of my little DIY projects. I did also end up doing the Farmhouse beads. I didn't show them because I've shown you guys in so many of my videos. So if you haven't seen them, check them out. They turned out so rustic and beautiful and just go perfect with all of my DIY projects. But again, this is so simple, painting it whatever color you want and adding the tassels at the end. I want to thank you so much for all of your love and support today. I want to thank you again for the 2,000 subscribers. I can't wait for us to be even bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and recap all of my DIYs now, and I really truly appreciate you more than you know. Thank you so much, and as always, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.